All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. Very proud to be here with world #1 Hall of Famer Inbee Park. 19 LPGA victories with 7 majors. You like it here, 3 consecutive KPMG Women's PGA titles, 2013, 14, and 15. Competing in her 10th event of the LPGA season, hasn't missed a cut yet, 5 top 10s, and a win at the Bank of Hope Founders Cup, and also runner-up at the ANA Inspiration. Inbee, your level of play is just astounding. You don't necessarily play a lot, but when you do, you're there. 35 rounds this year, 29 of them have been under par. Is that something you feel maybe comes from your experience now of knowing when you need to step up and when you can maybe step back?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely learned the expensive lesson last couple of years. Just saying that I just can't play every week now, and just a couple of the injuries that I had last couple of years really got me a little bit more worrying and a little bit more cautious of what I play and what I can play, and like just the scheduling wise, I just want to be not pushing myself so hard. So I'm just ready to play every week. So.
Speaking of the injuries, hopefully you're through those. How are you feeling now as we come into KPMG week?
Yeah, I mean, I really feel like, I have scheduled this year very well because I have been feeling very healthy and I haven't been feeling any type of injury, signs of the injuries yet. So, yeah, I'm really happy with that. I mean, because I made kind of the same mistake last year and like playing many events last year, earlier in the year, kind of got me on an injury again. So I just really, told myself I just don't want to do that again. I just want to, relax. I know just, there has been a lot of things on the line that if I played many events, I might be able to get maybe at the end of the year, but I am really, really not worried about that. I'm just happy that I'm playing healthy on the golf course and just, competing the weeks I want to compete.
Well, now we'll bring it here to Kemper Lakes. You said you've had about 13 holes, all on the back 9. Tell us your thoughts of that 9 and what you're looking forward to seeing later today when you get back out on the front.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought that this golf course was a great setup for me and for everyone out here because it's a true major championship golf course setting. It is every shot needs to be perfect shots, and especially number 16, 17, and 18. It's even par all week's gonna be a very good score, and the tough finishing holes is always a great in the major championship. So I really love this golf course how it's set up. I really wish for no rain. Yesterday once I played on Monday, but that's gonna make this golf course play a little bit longer and softer. So which doesn't really play good advantage into me, but the golf course setup and everything was Monday when I played it, I just thought that this golf course was a true major championship setting.
Well, thankfully, if our weather forecast is correct, I think we're in the good for no more rain. And come on, we deserve it. It's been a long couple weeks.
Yeah.
All right, we'll open it up for questions. Raise your hand. We can bring a microphone around. Back row on the camera aisle.
Hi, my name is Park Won-jung. I'm with the Korean Television News Magazine. I would like to ask you to answer first in English and Korean secondly. So first, how does it feel to play, and do you feel any pressure playing in a group? There is a world ranking #1 and #2 and the defending champions. How do you feel about that?
I really feel like this year I really haven't played in a group where I don't think I really played with Aria or Danielle yet this year. So I think I'm really happy to play with them. I know Aria has been having a great season. So Danielle is a defending champion of this group. This championship last year. So yeah, they both have a good momentum going into this week. So always a good momentum is a good thing to have in a group. 아리아와 다니엘하고 경기하는 게 저도 또 아무래도 조금 더 긴장될 수도 있겠지만 좀 그렇게 좋은 모멘텀을 가지고 있는 선수들하고 경기하는 것 자체가 굉장히 좋은 것 같아요. 그런 좋은 흐름이 계속 그룹 내에서 이어진다면 또 더 서로에게 좋은 영향을 줄 수 있고 또 서로에게 더 좋은 플레이를 더 이렇게 나오게 하는 그런 요소가 될 수 있어서 내일하고 내일 모레 플레이가 많이 기대돼요.
Next question for Inbee, front row with Randall.
Hi, Inbee. Have you found that balance on and off the course that's allowed you to be content and still be competitive? And how would you describe what you found?
It's I really try to not to take more than a month off because it's just gets harder once you take a month off and just coming back to the golf course and you're trying to compete again. It's a weird feeling when you're out there for a long time. But I think 2 weeks of break is perfect after maybe a couple of weeks of playing. So that's what I really try to do. Except for a couple of the weeks where I had to travel to Korea to compete. Except for those weeks, I have been kind of sticking with that schedule. So. I really do feel like I found a better balance of the life and the golf together. This year definitely because I am enjoying myself more out on the golf course. A little bit less stressed and probably more enjoyable than any other years. So except I had my house was broken into last week, so I've been really stressing about that since like last 4 days. And so talking to police, talking to insurance, and trying to figure out. It's so hard when you're not there. It's trying to figure out what's lost, and this is life we get on the road. So, yeah. In Las Vegas, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, a lot of the things were in Korea, so we have to go and actually figure it out a little more, but yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Ron.
So.
When you won this tournament 5 years ago, it was your second major in a row. Then you won the U.S. Open, 3 majors in a row. What do you remember about that pressure, and is there anything that you would do differently if you were in that situation again?
Well, I think I would love to be in that situation again, too. Definitely. I played under a lot of pressure in the previous years, but definitely, 2013 was the most pressure I felt. Having to win 3 majors in a row, and I really feel like I am, a lot more experienced than I was back then. And if I am in the same situation, I can't say I'm gonna do better, but I can say that I will be a little bit more enjoyable. And results doesn't always come with it, but as long as what it matters to me now is just getting a little bit less stressful because playing professional golf is so stressful as it is. You're just trying to take the stress off a little bit so you're not too sick of it. I'm sorry.
If you're any more relaxed, you fall asleep.
Well, yeah. I really look relaxed out on the golf course, and usually it just, but I really am not. I really try. I try to be relaxed, but inside, I am, always fighting and trying to play some good golf, and it is just realistically not easy to enjoy out on this competitive tour every weekend out. And you're not happy with it if you're like missing a cut every week, and that's not enjoyable. No matter how much enjoyment you want, that is really not enjoyable. So yeah, you're trying to be competitive and enjoy at the same time, so it's really hard to balance that out. Yeah.
Over here to Lisa.
A and B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yesterday, Danielle she actually commented about you and said she is so chill, and she really admires that, and compared herself, her own game, her emotional level. You do play with the best game face. It's probably great that you're from Vegas, but how do you do that? What is the secret, and is that just your nature, or do you really go home and kick trash cans?
Well, I really treat golf as a job. That is just something that I really try to stick on. Not too much emotions involved because, it is your job. You have to just get that things done. And, that is kind of the mindset that I have been going to. There is days, where things are not working out as much as you want. And there are days, some things are working out good as you want. But if the emotions are involved in golf, it just gets really complicated. Like every bad shot you play, you just feel so bad. And, I'm just, treating, golf is truly as a job. Yeah.
Next for Inbee. Randall, back down here.
Inbee, obviously your spot is all secure for the UL International Crown, but can you speak to how important it is for those players that are trying to get that last spot on the team, just how big a deal it is, and maybe if you sense how much pressure there is on them to play in their home country?
Yeah, I mean, it is held in my home country this year, so it is obviously really big for a lot of the Korean girls, and especially, there are so many good young Korean players that are just so close to getting in the team, but they might not get an opportunity because there are so many great players in front. So, yeah, I mean, it is a huge opportunity, for us and for all the Korean young golfers that are closely in the ranks. So I'm sure they are playing under the pressure this week wherever they are playing. But unfortunately, not everyone gets an opportunity. So yeah, hopefully there are more opportunities for for the girls. But yeah, force bus is a tough one to get in. Yeah.
We've heard tell that the crowds are going to be huge that week in Korea. What can we expect during the week at Crown?
Well, I mean, I played a couple weeks in Korea, and it was played in the really same area that we are gonna play the UI International Crown, and it was only a KLPGA event, but we got something like 60,000 people for the weekend. So I mean, it's just gonna be more than that, if anything. So I mean, I was there, and I was like, wow, I just don't remember when was the last time I played in front of this much people, and that really got me nervous because I haven't played in that kind of crowd in Korea at all. But obviously, being representing your national flag, and yeah, it's a different format. People's gonna get a lot of interest in.
We're looking forward to it. Further questions for Inbee? Well, I'll wrap up with one more. Right across the road from us right now is the KPMG Women's Leadership Summit. We currently have a panel of 3 Olympians on there. You, of course, are the Olympic gold medalist. What has the Olympics done for golf, and specifically women's golf, in your mind? And then just one quick follow-up to that.
Yeah, I think, Olympics done a lot of things in women's golf, I think, but the most important thing is just the motivation that they gave to the younger girls, and just the different types of people who gets interested in golf is a little bit different because when I was just playing the LPGA tour and back in Korea, it was just really mainly just people like men and maybe 40s, 50s, they were really recognizing us, and they were really interested in golf and, all things like that. But as soon as I got a gold medal, and then I went back home, and from since then and now, it's like a lot of, one thing I was really surprised was in Korea Women's Open, there were so many kids came out to watch, which is really changing in Korea. It's really surprising in Korea because I see a lot of young kids coming out to watch the LPGA events, but I really didn't see that many kids on the KLPGA events. So which just means the level of interest is very widened compared to the before and after. So I think it's just we are inspiring a lot of young kids, which is really good because I heard it was just going down and down. It's not many people picking up golf, not many young girls picking up golf as much as a long time before. So I was really happy to see that because we need a bright future for the women's golf.
We absolutely do. And that takes me into my final question. The tagline for the summit is Inspire Greatness.
Okay.
And you said you have seen the next generation inspired. Well, who inspired or what inspired your greatness?
Well, there you just name it. I mean, there was so many great Korean women's golfers, and obviously great women's golfers like Annika Sorenstam, Kari Webb, Sari Pak, Grace Park. Like that's the people that I have been looking up when I was young. Even when I wasn't having a club on my hand. So, yeah, just that kind of inspiration is huge for a young girl, and that's how we picked up golf. Pretty much all the girls out on this tour.
Well, thank you so much for that. Any further questions for Inbee? Well, thank you so much. Have a great week.
Thank you.